back to the Azos Radio Club. I'm your presenter for today, Qwalana. And as you can see, I am not alone, and I'm here with two very prestigious guests, which are the head of sports. May you guys please introduce yourselves?
My name is Amahle Hlatshowayo.
And I am MJ Shogole.
Okay! So, obviously, as the head of sports, I can assume that you guys do sports, right?
Sometimes.
Right.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, first question is, when did you start doing sports?
Me personally, I've always been a very big sport person, whether it was from my grandfather, people I've been friends with. So I think I started playing sports around 6 years old. I first started with soccer, and then I just branched out to many different things like swimming, like cricket, and I just tried to explore everything too.
Okay, and me, on my side, I also started at a very young age. I grew up liking soccer, I still do. I think I started playing soccer around 4 or 5, and then when I got into high school was when I actually started taking sports seriously. But for the past, in my primary years, I was just into soccer. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys have been playing sports for a while, right? So obviously you tried new sports and stuff. So like between all of those sports, like what is your favorite sport?
Anyone who knows me personally knows that like my answer is pretty basic. I've been a basketball person through and through. You know, I used to love football. I still do, but it just doesn't compare to like the feeling of just playing hoops, man. Like just seeing the ball go through the net, like, you know, it just doesn't compare, man. So I've been a basketball person. I think I'm still gonna continue to be one.
Okay, and then me, most of the people that know me would think that long distance or cross country would be my favorite sport. But I would say it's a sport I have a talent in, but my favorite would have to be soccer. Like, soccer is just a beautiful sport that I really do enjoy playing, watching, entertaining. It's just an amazing vibe.
Word.
So like, has these sports ever benefited you in a way, like in any way?
I think for me personally, sports have just have just always been a place to just kind of escape from everything, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of find community and brotherhood within the sports that you play. And I think it just opens you up to so many different things. Like, if you can try a sport, you can try something else that puts you outside your comfort zone, because not everyone starts out as great. So you have to work your way there, and I think it's taught me resilience above all else.
True. And for me, sports has just been my life, to be honest. Like, I've really had a deep passion for sports. It has grown my name. I think I'm known because of sports. And also, one of my old coaches once told me that a child on the sports field stays out of a courtroom. And yeah, it's just been a discipline thing. And yeah, I've really come to enjoy and understand sports.
That's so amazing. Okay, so obviously you guys had to get announced as the head of sports. How did you guys feel when that happened?
My situation was a little bit more unique than others. So I remember I was with MJ on that call when that happened, and we were shocked.
Hey.
Like,
Yeah.
we were not expecting that at all, because initially I was in a different community, but then they placed me in sports because they saw what I could do in there, and as I continued to work, they saw that I was just becoming undeniable, you know. So I remember just having that like as the first thing that, you know, kind of introduced me to it, and I didn't see myself in it at first until I actually got to be the head of sports, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed working with MJ. I really enjoyed working with Anne. I really just enjoyed working with everyone on our team, and it just gave me the passion to continue to lead in a way that doesn't let these people down, but like sets traditions for the next head of sports for Uitsuig.
True. And then for me, how I felt, well, to be honest, I wouldn't say I was surprised because I wouldn't say I was surprised because of the name I've built. You wouldn't expect anyone else to be head of sports, but honestly, it was a truly humbling experience. And to be trusted like that, especially in a field that I'm most passionate about, it was truly nothing but an honor. And yeah, it feels amazing working with Amahle and our co-head. And It's just the vibes are good. Everyone is working with each other, and yeah, we're doing our best. And I believe that we're really setting a standard for future heads to come.
Right.
Okay. So, what would be the hardest part of running the sports committee?
I think, in my opinion, the hardest part of running the sports community is just paying attention to so many sports. I remember we just had conversations as just heads and realized that there's a lot of sports that get neglected. So I think it's just about putting your favoritism aside and just saying, okay, cool, I might not play hockey, but there's someone out there who wants to be in a situation as to where they're performing hockey at the highest level, and you as the head of sports kind of have to be there for them. Not kind of, but you have to be there for them, because your job as the head is to represent every sport well and truly and fairly. So I think that's the hardest part about it, is trying to find a way to balance how you see everything, maintain the same approach towards everything.
Yeah, that is true. Like exactly what he said. Yeah, it's all about really trying to be as unbiased as possible, especially since we both have, or all three of us, we have our personal favorites, but also being there supporting the others, because we know in our community we all do different sports, and it's important that we are always there for each other. As they may not be the same, the vibes may not be the same, but through and through we have to be there for each other, and yeah.
Okay. So, regarding Inter High, right? How did you guys feel as the head of sports that we had that outcome?
To be honest, regardless of the outcome, I'm always proud of the athletes that always step forward onto privilege. We know that there's nothing short of an honor, regardless of what bond we're playing in. To be honest, it is a bit heartbreaking, especially to see that we didn't walk away with the Spirit Cup, because that was another thing that we were gunning very heavily for with the orientation practices after school. We were prepping these guys like crazy, but I can't sit here and say I'm disappointed, because in the day these people fought. There was Ethan, there was MJ, all of these guys, they stayed after school to practice, and regardless of the outcome, I'm still proud of them, you know what I mean? Because I know that at the end of the day, rejection isn't failure, it's redirection. You win every single time. Whether or not you lose, you learn. When you win, you know that you keep going. So it was just about that, and it's just about finding ways to sustainably keep going in a way that makes us succeed all the time, because we expect nothing but excellence from Eta.
True. Also with me, well, to experience that we were demoted into another bond, it was kind of heartbreaking. It was really heartbreaking, but after I had seen what each and every athlete did on that track or on the field, they really did try their best regardless. And I was super proud at the end of the day that at least with so much lack of coaching on our side, the athletes were still there, they participated, everyone did their events, and that was something truly amazing to experience. And yeah, regardless of what happened, I am truly proud of what we were able to achieve, regardless. Yeah.
Okay. So what is your favorite season and why? Like, I like netball season because like the netball girls always win and eat every time.
Really?
Like they're just the best, you know. But like, what's your favorite season?
This is where biasness comes in. I know I've been talking a lot about just being fair, but like this is where my personal bias comes in. I think for me, I have to pick. There's 3 seasons that come to mind, but I feel as if one is pretty, like, you know what I'm saying, basketball season, obviously. I think a lot of people, since basketball is a fairly new sport within the school, haven't gotten to see what we really have. Because I remember last year, one of the best performing first teams, but then not a lot of people got recognition. Like, we didn't get recognition for that, which I'm trying to make sure that becomes a staple for every single sport, that they get recognition for how they perform. I think a close second has to be rugby. Like, you know, seeing the guys there on the field, man, like really putting their body on the line, for not only for the school but for our pride. You know what I mean? Like, it's inspiring to see, and it pushes me towards being better and being more courageous in my own sport. And I think the third one also has to be athletics. You know, we know that athletics, even though this year we came up short, has always been our bread and butter with the athletes that we have, such as MJ, Princess, Ethan, and it was really fun to go and see them at Interhouse like perform, because these guys are really guarded, man. These guys are those guys.
Okay, and then for me, this one is obvious to be honest, but in all honesty, for me it is athletics season because, like, when you really do understand what's going on, what these humans can do, you also sometimes think it's inhumane. Like, how does a person actually do that? So yeah, for me it's athletics season. Like, the vibes around there, and it's just an amazing, especially when you also like are aware of outside competitions, not always in school, but there's also big competitions out there. When you understand and you see what's going on and you see what people are doing, it's just truly remarkable. In my opinion, I feel like watching an athletics event is way better for me than watching a World Cup final, in my honest opinion. Debatable, but yeah, with my understanding of both sports, I feel like for me, athletics just does it best. And then second, I'd say rugby. Like, the hype just around rugby is, immaculate. Like, what the boys do, like the spirits, everyone is just happy. And then our third would have to be netball. I've never seen girls so excited for sports.
Right.
And yeah, it's really nice to see that also girls do get excited for things like these. And yeah, it's just
And they
truly
really do
amazing.
get competitive too about it, hey. Like, hey, it's no joke there by netball, guys.
Yeah.
No, it's rough. Okay, so like, what do you guys basically have planned? Just give us a brief planning of like what you have for this year.
I know that with a lot of things that we had, there was not only just events but programs they wanted to kind of implement. There was a part of us that also wanted to, like I said, I talk about this a lot, giving recognition to like where it's due. I know that a lot of people push excellence, but with excellence comes recognition, you know what I mean? Like, people have to know that you're doing great because it pushes you to like kind of do better, you know what I mean? Another thing that I want to say was just getting more fun events involved, you know. We wanted to implement what is it, Soccer Mania, right? Yeah, Soccer Mania. Basically, it's just like a round robin. We have different schools come, like they play, you know, and it's just a vibe, man. And along with that, just showing pride in our country, because South Africa has been a sporting country, whether it's swimming, whether it's cricket, whether it's rugby, like we've been there. And now since we made the World Cup, guys, this thing only comes every 4 years, and we gotta be like hype about it. So those are some of the things that we have been planned, but we won't leak too much, you know what I mean? Because we still wanna, you know, just keep it a surprise.
Yeah, he pretty much said everything. I feel like if I say anything more, I'll be leaking. But yeah, we do have a few things planned. We just pray to our good Lord that at least we can achieve 80% of what we have planned, because it really is good stuff. Like, I know it would lift up the spirit of the school, and it would be truly amazing to see our school engage in such things. And yeah.
Okay. So Amahle, even though like you weren't originally head of sports, right? What motivated you, son, to become a head in general?
I think I've always just kind of sat with this question, especially just being in a leadership role. If not me, then who? There's a lot of change I've always wanted to see, regardless of if I was a head or just a regular person. And I always had to ask myself that if not me, then who? You know what I mean? And I think that's kind of what motivates me to be a head, regardless of what committee I'm in. Because even if I'm in social and charity or sports or whichever, my job is to be excellent, is to embody the concept of excellence in everything that I do, and to set an example to the people that are watching me, because I know that I am because of the people around me, and I know that the people around me are them because of me. So I think it's just always trying to encourage excellence with whoever I'm with. And that's what motivates me to kind of be ahead. It's just the fact that I know that I can be in a position to make change, but I know that starts with myself first.
Okay, MJ, what motivated you to be head of sports?
Oh, to be honest, let me not even lie. When I got into the gates of Uitsuig for the first time in grade 8, when I saw the RCLs that we had at the time, the uniform, in my honest opinion, I was the person to say, these people must be working hard. I never see myself doing such a thing. Like, I just wanted to like finish school and then go out until the past few years when I actually discovered my talent in sports, and that it was something truly amazing. And then there was a case, I think last year, after we didn't have coaches for some of the sports that I do. It was a thing of, since I had experience, I had now to step in, and I was helping other learners also. And then I realized, oh no man, I've been called for this, and it's actually my thing. It's something I'll be good at. And then when the time came to apply for RCL, I was like, you know what, I feel as if head of sports would just be the perfect thing for me. And to be honest, it is. Like, I'm loving it over here, and yeah.
Okay, so throughout all your years of being in Uitsuig, how do you feel about the school's performance in terms of sports? Like,
in terms of what I've seen from different schools, I've been in 2 high schools. It's been Amberfield and it's been Uitsuig. I feel as if Uitsuig has like I used to think that I'd seen like athletes until I stepped into the gates of Uitsuig. I think the first person that I'd encountered in terms of athletics was Ethan, and I was like, yo, this guy, like, wow, So when I say like Uitsuig is like a sporting school at heart, it's like I've seen it. Like I've seen it through the excellence that's been showed. I mean, if you see MJ's blazer, if you see Princess blazer, bro, like wow, And in terms of the performance at Uitsuig, I know that the quality has dipped a little bit over the years, just because of the fact that there are new people stepping in, and those people aren't like, they haven't had more like professional training as of yet to kind of groom them into the people that they want to be. It looks like it's declined, but in all honesty, it just need guidance. You know what I mean? Because there was a lot of good guys there that still did great, even though they didn't have coaching for some time. And I do think it's still a great thing, because sometimes you don't look at the finished product, you look at what's going to come. And I see a lot of great things coming for Uitsuig.
Okay, and then me on my side, sports in Uitsuig. Well, again, when I first entered, I was truly shocked, because I was just a boy who used to stay in Akasi and who only loved soccer. But then now when I came this side and I actually started doing sports, I started seeing, wow, there's really a world out there where you can really make it as a sports person. And in so many different sports, like, I was honestly shocked. Like, Uitsuig gave me the opportunities that I never knew I could even have. Right. Like, I was exposed to a lot of things. I remember in grade 8, after winning my first inter-high race, I got so many opportunities. I even ended up going to the district trials, and I didn't even know that it was something that was there. Even later on, when I did cross country, I remember when I was participating in the provincial race, AGN race, where they select the team that goes to nationals. I remember I had only missed it by 4 spots, and if I had known prior, to be honest, I would have been there, né? But it's a debate for another time. But to be honest, just the exposure it gave me, like, it truly is something remarkable. It truly is something remarkable. And then lately, it's just that it has been great, but lately, because of the people that have left, they've left with their professionalism. The ones that came in now have no clue, like, what's going on. And there are those who want to help, who are trying to understand, but they're not receiving the proper coaching or training. And but I do believe in the future, if any miraculous thing that can happen, to be honest, I do believe that Uitsuig is truly capable of something great. I mean, we have amazing athletes. Like, we really do have amazing athletes, and they just need that one little spark to spark up their potential, as it did for me back in my time. But
Okay, guys. So, like, as RCLs, how do you guys manage that responsibility while being in grade 12?
Yo, see this question there. This question is one that I'm yet to find an answer to myself, but I think I just make it work. It's a very simple saying: when there's a will, there's a way. And every day you just you have to fight. Like, you can't be in school but also be demotivated academically. Like, it goes hand in hand. The discipline that you carry within being in school is something that's going to help you greatly as you're dealing with academics. So I think for me, like, it's just about making sure that I get my stuff done, you know what I mean? And I think this is advice that I give to any person who plans to be in exco, is that know when to step away from being an exco and into being a student. And know when to step away from being a student to be an exco. It's a hand in hand, it's a balance. And if you don't find that balance, it becomes very difficult very quickly.
Overwhelming.
You know what I'm saying? Very overwhelming, especially now with Blazer ceremony that we just had yesterday, the 2 days before we had Inter High, last week we had V-Ball. And yeah, there was just a string of very, very big events that we had to pull off. So I think it's just about finding a balance, you know, learning when to step away, learning when to step in.
Yeah, what he said is very true, because I also do think that it's all about really finding the balance. Like, I won't even lie to whoever plans to be exco. It is not easy. You will cry. You will cry. But we try. We truly do try our best, and it is an amazing thing. Like, in my opinion, I view it as, if I'm able to manage through all of this academically, being an exco, I'll be so ready for the outside life. Okay. Because already, like, I could feel the pressure. I could feel, okay, yeah, there's people who are actually doing a lot of things. Even our TLO, like, if I could list the things she does, you'd be shocked at how she's not in a hospital or something.
Even our executive committee, bro. Yeah. Those guys, they work.
Bro, they work.
Those guys, they work.
Like, it's a lot, but I believe that once you really do find that balance, it's not smooth, but it's manageable. It's something you can comprehend. And then once you're able to do that, you're ready for anything in life, honestly.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you guys planning to continue doing your extracurricular activities this year, or are you done?
I think for me, it's just about kind of seeing where I fit in. You know, like, I love sports. At the same time, I also just want to make sure that if I put myself in a position to play sports, that I'm ready to handle the responsibility, because I can't expect anything less than the best I can give. And I think this term is kind of, at least because my season starts a little bit later on in the year, this term is kind of giving me like a ground to kind of see where I stand academically and within being an exco. So I'm hoping that I can find a way to sustainably manage everything, because I think now I'm easing into it, so that I can actually be in a position to play sports. Because as much as I love sports, I want to be realistic with myself, and I want to put myself in a position where I can succeed everywhere, you know, because I've succeeded at sports already. Now it's about succeeding academically and as an exco, you know what I mean? Because now it ain't about me, it's about the people around me too.
Yeah, true. Yeah, what he said. Also me, like, for now, I would say I'm still trying to see if whether or not it would be something I could be doing in the future. Like, I just want to see with my term one how I'm handling everything, being exco, being a head, being a sports person. Like, we just had an athletic season that was truly amazing, even though for me I had to neglect, or not neglect, but not participate in certain events. I had to step away from them because I knew that it was gonna drain me. I was gonna be like a complete zombie. I don't know how our president does it, but yeah, for me, I knew it wasn't gonna work. So I had to step away from certain events that I could have participated in. But yeah, for now, it's just a thing of seeing where I'm at, because I'm also, the season that I'm waiting for is cross country, and cross country is like 2 seasons. There's pre-season in term 2, and term 2 metric wise is a very important term, and then there's the official season in term 3, and term 3 is like the most important because there's prelims. And it would be nice to participate, because last year when I went to the merit evening for cross country athletes, the way they honored the matrics for sacrificing their time to actually partake in the sports, the honor they gave them, it was truly a remarkable thing. Even my parents were like, that's you next year, and I hope it will be me sometime later on this year. I just hope that I'm able to find the balance and I'm able to succeed in all that I do. And yeah.
Okay, and my last question for today: what advice would you give to anyone who is planning to become head of sports or head of any department?
I think being a head, the biggest thing it's taught me is about learning how to work with people I think I always had a vision, but I didn't necessarily know how to go about it with people. And being ahead, it's taught me to kind of invest people into my vision, because in the day, I am because of the people around me. I am because of the people in my community. And I wouldn't be going anywhere if it wasn't because of them. So it's just about getting people to buy in on your vision, you know, because I have a vision for Uitsuig. We have a vision for Uitsuig where we are performing at the highest level. We know that we're trying our best to give people resources. We know that we're representing everyone fairly, you know, in every single sport. And we know that we can't do that without the people who are working behind us, you know what I'm saying? So I think the advice that I give to anyone is that apart from modeling what you want to see, invest in the people around you, because these people are going to be the people that are taking you somewhere. You're leading the ship, but you're not the one who's peddling it. You know what I'm saying?
True. Hey, bruh, you're stealing my words. You're stealing my words. But yeah, what he said 100%. Like, I feel like if you really do want to be ahead, it takes a lot. And a lot meaning you'd have to actually know how to step out of your comfort zone and let people in. Because this thing is not an I, it's a we. Like, as much as you are head of sports, you are head of sports because of other people. And those people are, what they expect from you is leadership and clear communication, transparency, and being able to work with them. Like, the chemistry needs to be flawless, like, for you to succeed. And if it's not, pray to God that it is. And hope, like, I don't think you guys understand, but yeah, it really takes a lot. And whoever is planning to be ahead, just prepare yourself to really step out of your comfort zone. Like, I don't think any of us who are heads, or even any of us who are really ex-schools, expected how much of a job it actually is.
Hey.
Like, you would be shocked. Now, honestly, before I even thought of Ahkona, I was like, nah, that uniform would look nice on me because of my blazer and whatnot. But when I actually got it, yay. But it's also all about, like, staying strong. Like, I feel like if you can handle this, all of this, you will win in life. You will win. Like, it really sets a particular thing in your mind. There's the real world out there, and this is just something, but you'll get there, and yeah.
I must go on now. I know the Axon, I must go on now. No one can tell me anything.
Yeah. Yo, guys, it's a lot. You think about it every day, you'll be like, hey, fella, what am I doing this?
You pulled off 3 major events in a matter of 2 weeks, bro. Like
a week, God.
A week.
The
board was like right now, and then we had to prep for inter high, just getting everything done. And then yesterday was business ceremony. Obviously, the sports committee was the best performance, like
too much.
But there's like too many more, you know, too many more events that we can do, man.
And like the advice I have for you, be prepared. It's a lot. Like, all of us personally, I couldn't count the amount of days I could count on my hand alone the amount of days I only went home at 2 o'clock. The rest of the days, I'm here until 5 to 6. Like, hey.
On events, you're leaving at like 9-10, bro. Word. You don't do it because, like, you don't do it for yourself. You do it because you love the people around you.
And there are benefits, like, the benefits are there.
Walking through admin, not being questioned. Right?
Not being questioned, teachers liking you, complimenting your uniform. Guys, our uniform, yes.
My crush said I look good in the extra uniform.
Oh, guys. Okay, guys, that is the end of our interview. Thank you for joining us today, and I hope you guys have an amazing year, academically, emotionally, hopefully, mentally. And yeah, guys, we wish you luck.
Yeah, and thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Hi guys, welcome back to the